It happens all the time. You just need to merge a couple of tax forms or simply sign a quick non-disclosure agreement. But to get it done fast, we usually drop those highly sensitive files into the first free online converter that pops up in search engines. This chart shows the standard decision tree for document editing. You take the cloud path, handing over confidential client data to a remote, unverified database. You pay nothing in cash, but pay entirely in privacy. Or look at the alternative, the desktop path. Your data stays securely on your local machine. But to get that offline security, you are locked into an expensive, recurring monthly subscription. Right now, we are stuck making a choice we shouldn't have to make. We either expose our data to get the job done quickly, or we drain our budgets to keep our files private. Knife PDF was built specifically to eliminate that trade-off. It offers a way out of the subscription trap without compromising your security. It is a comprehensive utility suite that runs entirely inside your web browser. You do not need to install any software, and there are absolutely no account registration screens to click through. The difference here is the architecture. Knife PDF operates on a strict client-side model. That means there are 0 remote servers involved. When you use it, your files are never uploaded to the internet. You have immediate access to a catalog of 54 distinct modules, handling everything from basic document edits to specialized image modifications. The question is whether a completely free, open-source, purely offline browser tool can actually handle the heavy lifting required to replace established cloud ecosystems and pricey desktop apps. If you know anything about heavy document processing, you might be skeptical. Web browsers are not exactly known for handling massive files smoothly. The solution lies in a technology called WebAssembly. This schematic details how it works. Instead of relying on a remote server's power, WebAssembly allows the browser to utilize your local computer's hardware directly. The logic executes inside an isolated sandbox right on your hard drive, disconnected from any external network. Compare that to the standard cloud model, where your tax returns and contracts have to be exported, transmitted across the web, and exposed to third-party processors. Keeping everything localized guarantees your privacy. The trade-off is that your processing speed is now tied directly to your hardware. If you are running a 10-year-old laptop, complex conversions will take a bit longer. Let's look at the feature matrix. Side by side with the competition, the scope is clear. You get standard cloud tools, merge, split, and compress PDFs, but it matches premium desktop security. You can permanently redact sensitive text and encrypt files with a password lock. For corporate work, modules sanitize PDFs by scrubbing hidden metadata and file history entirely. You even get legal index tools like Bates numbering for document headers. On the layout side, it handles image and position, background watermarks, and color inversion for dark mode. Every single one of these 54 operations runs strictly on your local machine and costs absolutely nothing. The main hurdle is workflow habit. Instead of relying on a scattered collection of bookmark tools you have used for years, you have to adapt to a new, centralized utility interface. Once you adapt to the system, you essentially have access to an enterprise-grade document toolbox without paying an enterprise price tag. This offline philosophy also extends to mobile devices through a native Android application called PaperKnife. It is built to translate physical papers into secure digital files. You get an offline camera scanner that produces clean PDFs and tools to draw or stamp your digital signature directly onto the page. Because physical to digital work often involves highly sensitive paperwork, PaperKnife lets you lock your digital folders physically using biometric fingerprint scanning. The application flawlessly secures your physical document digitization, but it comes with a strict limitation. Right now, it's exclusively built for the Android ecosystem, leaving iOS users entirely on the outside. If you have ever used a free cloud converter, you have inevitably hit the paywall. You get to convert 2 files, and then you are locked out until tomorrow, unless you pull out your credit card. Knife PDF bypasses these artificial daily limits entirely. When you need to extract tables from a PDF to Excel, convert formats to Microsoft Word, or export structures into clean JSON, you just run the module. Because your machine is doing the work, the developer is not paying for server hosting costs. That means no file size caps and no usage meters ticking away in the background. The catch is that you are bound by your browser engine's baseline capabilities. The local text extraction and format processing utilities will only ever be as robust as the browser you are running it in. By cutting out the server middleman, you take a complex task that is usually treated as an expensive, metered commodity and turn it into an unlimited local utility. Let's figure out exactly who needs to migrate to the system, starting with the people who should avoid it. If your team relies heavily on live cloud collaboration, like real-time multi-user document editing, a strictly offline tool is going to break your workflow entirely. This quadrant chart maps out the real target audience. Look at the privacy-critical user in the high-sensitivity, zero-budget sector. These are professionals handling HR, legal, or financial files who simply cannot legally risk using standard cloud converters. By utilizing localized redaction and metadata sanitization, you guarantee client confidentiality and strict data compliance, and you do it without needing a massive enterprise IT budget to secure the software. The rule of thumb is simple. The value you extract from Knife PDF scales directly in proportion to the sensitivity of your daily data. We can also expand this to the everyday user, the student or freelancer quickly merging files or compressing images. Even if your files aren't highly classified, you still benefit massively by adopting this tool. You bypass account creation screens, constant spam emails, and arbitrary daily paywalls. Knife PDF proves that by shifting the compute load down to the local device, we can actually break the long-standing tech rule that says, if a tool is free, you are the product. Taking control of local processing gives you a secure way to manage paperwork where privacy is the priority, even if you have to trade away cloud collaboration for local certainty. If you value your data privacy, switch to these client-side tools today and lock down your sensitive digital documents for good.